Welcome to weekly analysis. Yeah, so welcome to weekly analysis. A lot happened, and I think I traveled back to school this week. I wasn't able to trade a whole lot, but based on what we analyzed last week during the weekly analysis, we see that it did play out, and we are back again on another weekly analysis. So um, I don't want to waste our time. I'll just give us a recap of what happened this week. Basically, I took only one trade, and it was, I think it hit SL because of this. That is this week, because of one, it was out of my time frame, which is New York. It was in London that I took the trade. Although I've been seeing trades recently taking off from London into New York and do continue like that. Totally, the trade was out of my rules. So I believe I've learned my lesson. Stick to your strategy, to your rules, and that is all. So if you see, basically on gold, we did a weekly analysis last week, and we're expecting gold to either break out of this region and come for the retest, isn't it? Or I think this was what we were saying on gold last week. This breakout and retest, or it gold, before you know, gold was somewhere here, or it should come back here, then we'll take the buy. Pull back to this region, we'll take the buy. We could see that gold, and I think I say something of gold gold already has done something like a retest, and we should expect a push up, of course. Then gold has done it, and it's very very simple. It break out of here, retest it, then pull all the way up here. So what next do we expect? We expect this breakout of this region, mind this daily time frame. So we expect gold to retest it. Basically, it didn't retest Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think it was on Thursday yesterday that I took this trade. Yes, yesterday I took this trade, of which it was SL. You could imagine that. Then it was today that it came to a point of interest, but I was look at because I monitored today. Today I monitored the market, but I was not patient enough to. I was not expecting it. Like, you could count. I monitor my market on uh, 30 minutes. So count this candle: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can imagine that is close to 4 hours, 3 hours 30 minutes. You can imagine that before this drop to this region. So when I opened the chart this evening, and I saw that it came to this region, because this was the region we were expecting it since last week to either come to, isn't it? Then we take the ride, but it couldn't come all through the week. Couldn't come. But what happened in this trade basically was that this was what I saw. Let me explain what I saw. This was a consolidation, a breakout, a retest, then there was this move. So I believe that as this market is pulling back, it did move up as it was moving up. with this candle like this candle. This that was when I entered, and I put my stop loss somewhere below here. Then this candle before New York, that is that New York candle that opened with New York, just took me out. It was totally out of plan, but this was in plan, of course. You see, this is why when you analyze, stick to your plan. The discipline part of this market is the fact that sometimes it will look as if your plan is not going to play out, and it makes you to freak out, and because of that you want to take unnecessary trade. Is not good. So that is done and said. Let's do our weekly analysis now. So I think we've got to delete everything. Let me pause for a while so that we'll delete. So from a daily time frame, it's obvious that we are going up. Gold is pushing all the way up, and this was the high it made. Let's see this. This was the high it made this week before pulling back. So I think let's change the color to green as region. Good. And we wanted a, so it did that same distance. So that's all we can get from this. 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 4 hours and see. Good. We are on imagine a lot of consolidation throughout the whole week. It's not easy. Consolidation throughout the whole week, it was not easy at all. But again, we must be very careful when gold is doing something of this nature, because this is a point of interest as well, because this was broken, it was never even retested. That should be a point of concern. That should be a point of concern. So that's a support level. If we draft out our trend line, you could see that it's perfectly obeying the trend line, and we're actually going up. But this is crazy. This is crazy. So two things to expect for this week on gold is either we have a breakout of this region, a breakout, clear breakout, retest, then we take the buy, or market should come to this area. Yes, this area that has not been retested yet. So that we even preferably want this area like this. I'll mark it out. I'll mark it out, this a particular area. So I want market to come all the way to this area. This is support region. Then give me confirmation in my time zone. Then I want to take the buy. So these are the two things I'm expecting next week on gold, or otherwise. This is what I'm expecting gold to do next week. So let's go on 1 hourly. So it's basically the same thing. Yes. So this is what we're expecting gold to do. Please keep to this thing. Keep to the. Okay, let me map out where I was trying to. Good. This is a point. You could see it was a point of support, isn't it? So this is the point I want market to come to. So depending on the reaction it gives. Depending on the reaction. So we are done with this. Let's go on US 30. Let's go on USDT. Good. We're on US 30 right now. And we'll go to daily time frame. So on daily time frame, you can see what the market is doing. Good. We'll delete. Let me pause so that we'll do. So basically, we have deleted them. So we're on daily time frame. This was the last high that was made. Yes. So that is, for me, basically is obviously that US 30 is bullish, and we can see for ourselves. So this week has been more of consolidation, which is terrible, but let's see how it goes. So let's come down to 4 hourly. We're on 4 hourly, so that we're expecting US 30 to do. So like you are seeing, I was supposed to take a trade today, being Friday, but I missed it out. I missed out of the trade, but there was no need to complain. I missed out of the trade because it was so fast. It happened so fast. Let's take trend line and see we are bullish. And if we compute from here, we discover that we are bullish. So market is still bullish. So what we're expecting basically is a breakout. So we can only trade when we have a breakout. Yes, because it's obvious. So we just want to take this breakout, and if it does not happen, because trading you can't just predict 100%, so we're only taking this when there's a breakout and a retest, and this must happen in our time zone, which is New York. Otherwise there's no trade for us. These are taking. So this is how the trade is looking. So let's go on hourly and see. So you see it's obvious. So we're only waiting for a breakout. I was supposed to take this trade today, right? But I missed it out. Because basically if you come to this one now, good. These are place of resistance that was broken out of, and we expect a pullback into this region at least. So it's either the market will either come back again to retest this region. So we are not buying within this region. There's nothing like buying within this region. We'll just wait for that breakout. That is all. So let's go to Nasdaq. Even Nasdaq today give me a trade. I didn't enter this trade now. I don't know. So I've just closed like this. So this was the time frame you trade in matters. So we could see that this is a support area that was broken. We only wait for the retest, and the retest came in this New York almost close to how many hours? 1 hour into New York. There about 1 to 2 hours into New York. That was when this came in. That is 2 hours. 2 hours into New York because we're on 1 hour. So 2 hours into New York, and we could see what it's doing. So let's go back to daily. We because on this we have been waiting so much. Do we even need to go back to daily again? We have been waiting for breakout of this region, then we take our buys. So for me, basically, is this breakout that we'll wait out for. This breakout that we predicted last week, and it couldn't happen. So let that breakout happen first. You see, I was saying last week, I was saying that if anything happened and the breakout didn't happen, we should expect market to pull back all the way to this region, and it did pull back, of course. So let's allow this breakout to happen before we engage this market. I think that will be all for the weekly analysis. It's as simple as that.